Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to Ella Rose Pokaluk's NFL Week 5 recap, where she breaks down the winners and the losers and the highlights of this week's big games in the NFL. Take it away, Ella.
Oh, and I just want to let you know the Broncos at the Patriots has been postponed.
And why was it postponed?
Because 2 players total and Patriots has COVID.
And the Rona. Okay.
One of them is Cam Newton, but I don't know what the other one's name is. But anyways, let's get started. Buccaneers at Bears. They played on October 8th, 2020. 8:20 p.m. on Fox. But they're a team Bears. This went over this Panthers division.
Rival. Yeah. Panthers rival.
By a score of 20-19, but that's close. Mm-hmm. So the Buccaneers have a record of 3-2. And the Bears have a record of. Hold on, your copy.
4-1.
4-1. There we go. Bengals at Ravens. They played on October 11th, 2020, at 1 p.m. on CBS. But then Ravens have spanked.
We don't like the Ravens.
By a score of 27-3.
Don't forget to face the camera. Go ahead.
All right.
The Bengals. What's the Bengals record?
Oh yeah, the Bengals have a record of 3-1, and the Ravens have a record of 4-1. Cardinals at Jets. They play on October 11th, 2020, at 1 p.m. on Fox. But then our next team, Cardinals, has spanked a little over the Jets by a score of 30-10. So they spanked them by 20 points.
True. And the records?
Cardinals have a record of 3-2, and the Jets have a record of 0-5.
Oh, it's not a good record.
Sure isn't. Eagles at Steelers. They played on October 11th, 2020, at 1 p.m. on Fox. But then our picked team, which is the Steelers, has won against the Eagles by a score of 38-29. So the Eagles have a record of 1-3-1, and the Steelers have a record of 4-0. Jaguars at Texans. They played on October 11th, 2020, at 1 p.m. on CBS. But then Texans. Did you pick the Texans?
I did.
Our picked team, Texans, has won a little over the Jaguars by a score of 30-14. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, we introduced the White King.
The White. They probably can't see him because I haven't pointed up at you. But the White King is here. That's our white cat named Rex. Okay, what's the Jags record?
The Jags have a record of 1-4. And Jaguars and Texans both have a record of 1-4. Panthers at Falcons is really exciting. They played on October 11th, 2020, 1 p.m. on Fox. But then our picked team, Panthers, has won against the Falcons by a score of 23-16. So the Panthers have a record of 3-2, and the Falcons have a record of 0-5.
Stinkola.
Glad we didn't pick the Falcons.
So never pick against the Panthers.
Yeah. Raiders at Chiefs. They played on October 11th, 2020 at 1 p.m. on CBS. But then our non-picked team, Raiders, has won 8 points over the Chiefs by a score of 40-32. So the Raiders have a record of 3-2, and the Chiefs have a record of 4-1. So Chiefs' record is a little better than the Raiders, even though the Raiders won. Rams at Washington football team. They played on October 11th, 2020, at 1 p.m. on Fox. But then our picked team, Rams, has spanked Washington football team by 20 points by a score of 30-10. And the football team deserves it because we didn't pick. So, yep, they're not so good. So the Rams have a record of 4-1, and the Washington football team has the opposite way, which is 1-4. Just like Jaguars and the Texans. Dolphins at 49ers. They play on October 11th.
I didn't see that score. Holy smokes.
On October 11th, 2020 at 4:05 p.m. on Fox, but then our non-picked team, Dolphins.
No, I picked the Dolphins.
Oh, wait, you did? I thought you picked the 49ers.
No.
Oh, you picked the Dolphins.
Yeah, we picked the Dolphins.
Okay, so you picked the 49ers first, but then you changed your mind to pick the Dolphins?
I thought I picked the Dolphins from the beginning, but you might know better than I do. Well, anyway, let's just tell they don't care. Let's just tell them what happened.
Okay, so The Dolphins have went past the 49ers or spanked them by a score of 43-17. So the Dolphins and 49ers both have a record of 2-3. Colts at Browns.
Woo!
They play on October.
Go Browns.
They played on October 11, 2020, at 4:25 p.m. on CBS. But then our Picks team Browns has went a little over the Colts by a score of 23-32. So the Colts have a record of 3-2, and the Browns have a record of 4-1. So the Browns' record is a little better.
Great record.
Giants at Cowboys. No, this one is a good one. We picked the Cowboys, by the way. But they played on October 11, 2020 at 4:25 p.m. on CBS. But then our Picks team Cowboys has won a little over the Giants by a score of 37-34. So the Giants have a record of 0-5, and the Cowboys have a record of 2-3.
This was a tough game. Nathan and I watched this. It was tough to watch this game.
Oh, and excuse my
I guess.
burpers, guys.
This was a good game, but a tough one.
Yeah, but this was close score though. But Vikings at Seahawks, they played on October 11, 2020 at 8:20 p.m. on NBC. But then our mom's picked team Seahawks has went over Nathan's team Vikings.
I forgot I did pick the Seahawks, didn't I?
Yeah.
1 point.
But by 1 point by a score of 27-26. So the Vikings have a record of 1-4, and the Seahawks have a record of 5-0.
Undefeated.
Undefeatable. Chargers at Saints. They played on October 12, 2020 at 8:15 p.m. on ESPN. But then our non-picked team, which is in the Panthers division, Saints, has scored winning by 3 points over the Chargers. And that really stinks because we picked the Chargers.
Yeah, I wanted the Saints to lose because they're in the NFC South with the Panthers.
But Saints won by a score of 30-27. So the Chargers have a record of 1-4, and the Saints have a record of 3-2. Oh, and didn't you notice what happened to the Titans game? First, they were going to play on October 11, 2020, but instead they played on October 13, 2020, at 7 p.m. on CBS. But remembered the game last time from the Titans on week 4 that has been postponed because they had COVID. Well, they were having COVID, but they were spanking the Bills
They're feeling
by a
better,
score
aren't
of 42-16.
Yeah.
That is really surprising.
they? Yeah, especially because the Bills are really good. Okay. What's the records? Bills are 4-1.
Bills are 4-1, and the Titans are 4-0. The end.
All right, so we have a lot going on in the NFL, and a lot of this is being impacted by COVID. A lot of moving games around and postponing and that kind of stuff, huh? Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, besides Ella's top lip disappearing for a second, I saw your lip disappear. We would like to thank you for joining us for Ella's NFL Week 5 recap. Looking forward to seeing you next time where Ella breaks down the Week 6 games and previews them for you and tells you who's playing who, what channel, and what time coming your way on her next video.
Oh, and thanks to the visitor Rex who just came today. See him?
There he is. He looks tired from all this football. All right, thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.